Jonathan Hickman here for this Film Fix Extra. Last week I had the pleasure of talking with actress Shannen Doherty about her new animated series on FearNet.com called Mari-Kari. Now, Shannen Doherty doesn't need any introduction. She was one of the stars of Beverly Hills 90210 in the 80s, and she reprised her role in 2008 and 2009 on the new version of the show. She also had a very good run on TV's Charmed. But in Mari-Kari, she takes on something completely different. She plays animated siblings, twins, one of which is dead. Well, hello, Shannen. It's very good to talk to you. I'm wondering about your internet video viewing habits. This is this your first venture into an internet series?
Yes, it is. It is absolutely my first venture, and one that I'm looking forward to. It's a whole new sort of medium for me. It's fascinating to me, and I don't know much about it because I'm just getting into it.
Well, what kind of computer do you use? Are you a Mac person, or are you a PC, or how do you watch stuff on the internet?
I used to be a PC, and I am now a Mac girl.
So what kind of stuff have you been watching on YouTube and stuff in order to kind of get a feel for what you figure the viewers want?
I watch stupid stuff on YouTube. I watch links that my friends send me and laugh hysterically. I watch. My friends actually did a funny thing that was on YouTube for a while called the Inappropriate Dancer, and I thought it was absolutely hysterical. And they did it years ago, and they were telling me about it, and then they sent me the link, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like they're doing this themselves and for very, very little money, and they're getting to be creative and put it on the internet, and people watched it, and people liked it, and people thought it was funny, and I just think it's so interesting, unique, and cool that we now have.
Well, we'd like to see you with your own YouTube channel. I'm sure it's a great way to communicate with your fans. With regard to playing an animated character, one of the double standards that we see in Hollywood is the longevity of the actress as opposed to the longevity of the actor. And it seems like with the Avatar phenomenon and that kind of thing, that an actress, and of course even an actor, would be able to extend their career significantly if they got good at this animated acting. Because I take it that it's more than just speaking the words. You probably physically become these characters.
Wow, do you want to be my agent? I never even looked at it that deeply, to be honest. I'm an actor, and I think to do voiceovers, you have to be an actor. You're either way, you're playing a character. Just because your face isn't on screen doesn't mean you're not playing it out in the room when you're recording it. And somebody could be recording it, and it would be just as good. So I think both take skill and both take talent. And I certainly see that, with a movie like Avatar, that some actors, maybe you worry that this is the new future of movies and of TV. I actually don't see that. I think that there's a human element missing, and I think it's nice. I know that my TV that I watch, I like to tune in and see that person's face and see their reactions. One of my favorite shows on TV is The Good Wife, and so much is said in those actors' faces that I would miss it if they were computer generated or were completely animated. With that being said, I also love South Park, so there's the world is big enough for all of it, I think, and the web is just sort of expanding the work for everyone.
With Fantastic Mr. Fox, have you seen that?
I have not.
Well, what Wes Anderson did was actually take the actors, if the characters were going to be in a field, take the act like George Clooney and have them act out in a field and record their voiceover
doing the things that the character was doing. When you were recording this character, did you have any props or did you do anything that kind of got you into character?
I don't have any props, but I'm definitely a very in the room. I was definitely acting out what those characters were going through in the sense of, you know, my face and hand gestures. But I didn't have any props, and it wasn't like I, you know, needed to, you know, work on it too much. I kind of went in there with a very open mind about what the director wanted, and just wanting to sort of listen to him and get his take on these two characters, and then kind of mold myself into what he wanted. And that's how I approached it. That's how I did it. It wasn't. I didn't, you know, a lot of look with normally with the characters that I play, I do a whole background, you know, history of their past and build up so that when I play the character, I have those layers built into her. And in this case, I didn't do that because, you know, these characters are kind of not fully molded yet.
Since this tragedy, little Mary has basked in the empathy of her fellow students who have had this to say about this brave little 7-year-old.
Who? What?
Mary, how do you manage to stay so positive?
Mary. It's Mary.
Of course it is. Mari-Kari, starring Shannen Doherty.
Thanks for watching this Film Fix Extra. As always, you can join us on the web at dailyfilmfix.com, where you can feed your movie addiction.